Welcome to Mbuya Parent School and Kindergarten, situated in Kampala City with modern, well-equipped facilities plus extensive playing fields and amenities. Mbuya Parent School believes that a better future lies where children know how to find and create balances in themselves and the world around them. This explains our fusion of academic subjects and co-curricular activities. There are many opportunities presented to them to flourish both in and outside the classroom.
I want to become a president when I grow up.
I want to be a pilot.
I will be the best fashion designer.
Mbuya Parent School, the sky is our limit.
Hello learners, this is Chamsoko Godfrey, your friend, teaching mathematics as usual. I hope you're fine, and I'm very grateful to teach you just from your houses. I know I'm teaching the whole family. As I stand today, I'm going to make corrections of the previous lesson, lesson 2, before we learn lesson 3. We had our questions, and the one we gave you to try with Sir Joseph was here, as finding the diagonal when given perimeter. Let's read and see how it states. The perimeter of a rhombus, is 52 decimeters, and its short diagonal is 10 decimeters. A, find its long diagonal. B, calculate its area. We shall start with that. So it is very easy for us to review and see what we did and see whether we are okay. So we had our rhombus PQRS, and is having the perimeter. He said that the sides all are equal for a rhombus. Therefore, he gave us a formula for finding perimeter and said that the 4 sides, when added, give us perimeter. So we are going just to use them to find the lengths of our side. So we shall have the 4 sides are equal to the perimeter, which is 52 decimeters. So this will allow us to find one side, the length of one side. So we shall divide on both sides by 4, so that we remain with the side S. So 4S out of 4 is equal to 52 decimeters out of 4. So we shall eliminate our 4 by cancelling. 4 divided by 4, you get 1. 4s divided by 4, you get s. So we shall get on the other side and have 4 divided by 4 is 1. And when we divide 5 by 4, we shall get 1, remainder 1, which is written with the 2 to form 12. So 12 by 4, we shall get 3. So our length for the rhombus is 13 decimeters. Therefore, we are now going to the question which they asked us. Find its long diagonal. So we are going to have our rhombus picked out from this. So our length is of the rhombus is 13 decimeters. We shall even label it 13. 13. All of it is 13. Because a rhombus has all sides equal. Therefore, we have not answered our question, because our question is asking us to find the diagonal, the longer diagonal. So we shall have to extract one of the triangles. And I will have to draw it here. And you'll have it with the right angle. So we shall have point O, that's the center, here. And we shall have P, then Q. So our length, PQ, is 13 decimeters. And one of the diagonals was given that is the shorter diagonal, QS. So our QS is given as 10 decimeters. So we shall have here 5 decimeters and there 5 decimeters to make 10. Therefore, SO is equal to OQ. And therefore, for this case, QO, that is QO, is 5 decimeters. And OP is not given. So it is the one we are using to help us get the diagonal. So we shall be missing it. So we can have the application of Pythagoras theorem, which will give us A, B, and C. So we shall have to apply the Pythagoras theorem and state the formula that A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Let's substitute and get our figures. So A is not given, it will stand, it will remain, plus B, which is 5 decimeters, is equal to C, which is 13 decimeters. So let us simplify. Shall have our A squared. 5 squared is the same as 5 times 5, which will give us 25. And decimeter times decimeter, we shall get square decimeter, which will be equal to 13 times 13, shall get 169. And decimeter times decimeter, we shall get decimeter squared. So we shall now collect like terms together. The known is on one side and the unknowns on one side. So we shall have A squared plus 25 square decimeter minus 25 square decimeter is equal to 169 square decimeter minus 169 square decimeter. Sorry, we are now collecting like terms, so 25 will come this way, 25 square decimeter. So when 25 is taken away from 25, we remain with 0. So on this side, we are remaining with A squared, which will give us 169 minus 25, which we can put vertically if you want. That is 169 minus 25. 9 minus 5, you get 4. And 6 minus 2, you get 4. 1 minus nothing, you get 1. So we shall have our 144 square decimeters. So A squared is equal to 144 square decimeters. So we can find a way of removing the square. That is by finding the square root on either side. That is A squared under square root symbol is equal to 144 square decimeters under square root symbol. So A squared, the square root of A squared is A. And the square root of 144 square decimeters is 12 decimeters. So that is half of the diagonal we want. So if here is 12 decimeters, it means that we have 12 here, decimeters, and 12 there. So our diagonal, therefore, our longer diagonal is equal to 12 decimeters plus 12 decimeters to give us our answer as 24 decimeters. And therefore, you have answered part A of the question. You will underline as usual for neatness with 2 together lines. I think that's what you got, and I congratulate you for passing it. I know you are good learners, and you have done it well. Let's have part B. Part B states, calculate its area. Calculate its area. So, Teacher Joseph told you properly with Teacher Salim in the first lesson that area of a rhombus is equal to a half diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So diagonal 1 is P R, which we have just got. That is PR, which is 24. So we shall have to substitute and say area is equal to a half times 24 decimeters times diagonal 2, which is 2s. Our 2s is given, even in the question, it's 10 decimeters. So we shall say times 10 decimeters. So let us now work out. We shall divide by cancelling. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So we shall multiply and get the answer. 1 times 12 decimeters times 10 decimeters. 1 times 12 decimeters, we get 12 decimeters. And 12 decimeters times 10 decimeters, we shall get 120 square decimeters as our area. I see you have gained the joy because you passed the number. Thank you very much, and we trust you. We shall always be with you in this process. So we are learning about a kite as you see it. You had it in P1 and other classes, and we learn about its sides. The upper ones are equal and the bottom ones are equal. So as you learned with Teacher Salim was talking about a rhombus, also a kite has lines of folding symmetry. So we have got 1 using the longer diagonal. If it is a drawing like the one you are going to see here, we shall draw it and see. But if we are folding, we fold it like that using the longer diagonal, and therefore when you open, you realize that there is a line formed between. That's why we say lines of folding symmetry are imaginary lines. So for a kite, it has only 1. If you have been asked a question and it states, show a line of folding symmetry on the shape shown below, you have to show using the longer diagonal. And when you are showing, you use a dotted line. That's what we can call an imaginary line. If in case it is drawn like that, not standing, so we shall have to also change and draw it like that. And that's the line of folding symmetry that a kite has. Today, we are mostly going to have our lesson as finding area of a kite. Our example is here with me. In this lesson 3, as I've told that we are finding the area of a kite, we have our figure here. I think everybody can sit properly. Let's read the question. P2RS is a kite. Have you seen the figure? Calculate its area. P2RS is a kite. I think after seeing and learning, you can realize our figure is a kite. It has been given the diagonals and has been marked correctly. So in the same process that we have been collecting our work, find the area of a rhombus, even a kite, its area is equal to a half the product of the two diagonals. A half times diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So our diagonal 1 is always the longer one. That is PR. And our diagonal 2 is 2S. So if diagonal 1 is PR, that would be 4 centimeters plus 8 centimeters, which will give us, I have seen you saying, 12. Thank you very much. And our diagonal 2 is 2S, which is 4 centimeters plus 4 centimeters, which will give us, what have you said? Oh, it's 8 centimeters. That's so correct. The diagonals of a kite also bisect each other and form a right angle. So they are perpendicular to each other. PR is perpendicular to 2S. So let us substitute in our formula. Area is equal to a half times diagonal 1, which is 12 centimeters, times diagonal 2, which is 8 centimeters. With now cancelling, you are very perfect. When you are multiplying a half times 12, you just divide. Since 12 is a divisor, is a multiple of 2, and 2 is a divisor of 12. So 2 divided by 2, 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So let's multiply. 1 times 6, you get 6. So 1 times 6 centimeters, we get 60 centimeters. Then 6 centimeters times 8 centimeters, we shall get our answer as 48 square centimeters. You hear me saying 48 square centimeters, because when you're writing the word centimeter, square centimeter, we begin with the word square. That's why it's correctly read as square centimeters. So we shall underline our answer properly. We two together lines for neatness. We can also have this kite divided into triangles. We can have it drawn So when it is drawn like that, it will have this part, which is a triangle, and to have the upper part, which is also a triangle. So when we have 4 here, let me first put this right. So you realize that this is 4, and that is 4. This is 4 centimeters, and that is 8. So when we pick out one triangle, we shall have to find the area as area is equal to a half times base times height. That's the area of one triangle. But since we have formed the 2, then times 2. To get the area of a kite, since there are 2 triangles, that means we have covered the whole kite. So we shall have a half times the base. The base of this triangle now is this longer diagonal, which is 4 plus 8, and that is 12. Times the height. The height is just from here to there, or from there to there, which is 4 centimeters. Times now the 2 triangles. So we shall have 2 divided by 2, 1. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. So realize that when I say 1 times 6 centimeters, I get 6 centimeters. And 6 times 4 centimeters, I will get 24 centimeters. Then 24 square centimeters times 2, I will get my answer as 48 square centimeters. You realize that the answers are the same. So you can choose on what to use. You can either use a half diagonal 1 times diagonal 2, or a half base times height times 2, since there are 2 triangles. Therefore, I feel you are comfortable. For any other questions, I know you will have to send, and we shall answer. I now refer you to the activity, because I trust you, you're good children. You're going to answer it correctly and have question 1, and then question 2 and 3. So you can read properly at least 2 times, then you answer one by one. I trust you, you are going to do well in this COVID season, and I'm very sure you are with us as we are with you. Please wash your hands regularly. Sanitize if possible, if you have the sanitizer around. And for now, the rule is everybody must pass with a mask. I've removed mine just because I'm teaching you to hear me properly. Thank you very much for being with me, your teacher, Godfrey. Mbuya parents, the sky is our limit.